We are back with class 12th, Business Studies Chapter 2, Principle of Management. We have seen Fayol's principle of management, that is, first principle was division of work, in which work is divided into small tasks, and second was authority and responsibility, in which responsibility and authority are balanced. Now we are moving ahead with the next, that is discipline. Discipline, it's a very well known word to everyone, right? What it means? It means sincerity about the work and the enterprise. That means the person is sincere in doing the work and he is also sincere toward the enterprise, carrying out the orders and instruction of superior. What does it mean actually? See, when I am saying carrying out the orders and instruction of superior, it actually means superior is being respected by the subordinate. He is following all the rules and regulations framed by the organization. He is self-disciplined. See, Fayol also advocate that the penalties and suspensions should not be the way to make the employees work. And there should be a judiciary application of penalties as per the nature of mistake. That means if there is any mistake or something is there, the punishment or the penalty should be judiciary according to the nature of mistake, right? A well-disciplined working force is essential for improving the quality and the quantity of production. Means if you want to improve the quality and the quantity of the production, you need to have a well-disciplined, self-disciplined workforce. Let's take an example. If there is a big order received by a company which will result in huge profit if the company on time completes it, and both management and labor commits to each other for making it possible, then it's the part of employees that they should be full-heartedly work for the organization so that the work is completed, and the employer must also meet the commitment by keeping its promise by way of bonus and promotions. So in this way, both are disciplined, both are following the rules. See, as far as where the discipline belongs, it is at all the level, whether it's a superior or it is subordinate. We have the positive effect of discipline, that is, it's a systematic working is there. Because of it, efficiency increase and there is a mutual trust created among the employees. But there is a negative effect if you are violating it. Means if the discipline is not followed, what will happen? There will be a lot of confusion, chaos in an organization. That is very, very harmful for an organization. Then underutilization of resources. See, if the discipline is not there, the time management will not be there, the resource management will not be there, then what will happen? The resources will be underutilized or wasted. Then delay in work. See, all this thing is going to delay in work and the commitment will not be fulfilled. So, discipline is a very important part that can be played in any type of organization and anywhere. Next we have unity of command, that is the fourth principle of Fayol. This principle says an employee should get an order and instruction from only one boss. See, if the order is being given by one boss, there is a clarity of who is going to do and to whom the person is going to report. So, I take an example for it, right? Suppose a production department is supposed to work for the year and the purchase department is saying to the production department, okay, you go with your production little bit slow because right now we are not getting good amount of raw material and we want one more thing, that you go for a good quality product. Whereas sales department is saying you fasten up your production so that we have good amount of sales. Now both the departments are going with the conflicts of their statements and production department is in confusion now to follow which order, right? So if there is a unity of command, then what will be the positive? There will be no confusion. The production department will be clear what they have to produce, in which speed they have to produce, and how much quantity they have to produce. There will be no clashes in any of the departments, right? Because the clarity is there and there is no ego for anyone. And because there is no confusion, no ego, there is improvements in efficiency, because you are working well with a clarity of mind. And because of all this, a discipline is very easily maintained. Whereas, see the condition when the principle is violated, means it's not been followed. First thing that will happen will be the confusion in the mind of employees. See, the production department was too much in confusion whether they have to follow the instruction given by purchase department or the instruction given by the sales department. So they will not be able to give full-fledged the work they are being asked. Next is ego clashes. See, both the department, that is purchase department and sales department, both will have ego clashes, that whether the production department is following which one. So this confusion and ego clashes creates an environment that is not good for any of the organization. Then subordinates will get chance to escape from their work. See, if when two departments were saying the things, if any of the thing is not being followed, like purchase department has said to go slow and sales department has asked the production department to work fast, and suppose production department is working slow, then sales department will ask, why you are working slow? They will say, because purchase department has asked. And whereas if it is working fast, then purchase department will ask, why production is going very fast? They will say, sales department has asked. Now in this way, either of one order will not be followed and they will escape from their work, right? Then because of this type of environment where there is a lot of confusion, chaos, and people are running away from their work, what will happen? There will be a problem of maintaining discipline. So it's very much required that unity of command is followed, where one boss is there on each employee. Now after unity of command, we come on fifth principle, that is unity of direction. Unity of direction means one unit is equal to one plan. Means one organization, full organization should have one plan to work on. This says that the efforts of all the employees, the people who are working within the organization, their efforts, and the members of organization, the members of the organization belongs to, must be directed towards the direction that is achievement of goal. Means whatever the organization has made the goal, all the efforts of employees and the members of the organization should be in the same direction, that is the achievement of goal. We take an example. Suppose this is a XYZ organization and they have planned that there should be the increase of 10% revenue for the next year, right? They want more of profits. Now for achieving it, it's not like without making efforts you can achieve. So what it has to be done is, finance department, purchase department, production department and the sales department, all the department has to coordinate with each other. All the department will have one plan, that is one plan. See, like if finance department is planned, what they will plan according to the requirement of purchase, production and sale, what the fund has to be allotted, so that there is an increase in revenue for the next year, right? Then purchase department will purchase that much amount of raw materials so that the production increase for that extent. Production department will also arrange for the same, so that the next year when they are working on it, there is an increase in production units. And sale department will also work for the same reason, that they are able to achieve the sale so that there is an increase of revenue by 10%. Now this is said that first thing, there should be a coordination between all the departments. Secondly, there should be one plan for each department. Every department should have one plan for it, and every department should have one head who is coordinating this plan. See, because one head is there, the coordination will be much better in organization. So if unity of direction is being followed, what is the positive effects of it? The achievement of goal is on time. Then efforts of all the employees are unified in one direction. Means it's not like if suppose I take in the same example, if if finance department and purchase department are going in a different direction, or sale is saying something else, sales wants to decrease so that they have less of pressure, whereas production is increasing. Now what will happen? The efforts of all will not be used for the achievement of organization goal. So here, when we follow this thing, when the plan is same, efforts of all the employees get unified, and that too in one direction. Now what is there, what happens when it is being violated? The negative effect of it. See, lack of coordination. Lack of coordination, more of conflicts. See, finance department, if they are not ready to allot the fund to all the three of the department for the further achievement of goal, what will happen? Will they be able to achieve? Or if the purchase department denies for the purchase of the raw material required, no, it will not be happening. So the lack of coordination will be there if the plans are not same for all, right? Then this conflicts will pollute the environment of the organization. And there will be, what will happen? The wastage of efforts will be there, and the resources that are there used, and the achievement of the goal will be real difficult or delayed. So the unity of direction is very, very important in all sort of organization. Next we come for the sixth principle of Fayol, that is subordination of individual interest for general interest. The title itself says the individual interest should be set back for the general interest, means the priority should be given to the general interest. So according to this principle, the interest of organization must supersede the individual interest. Means if an employee in an organization should first think about the goal of organization, the interest of organization, and then think about himself. See, it's very important that all the employees who are working in an organization should think about the betterment of an organization. Then only the organization will get success. So even the manager also, he also should follow the same thing. He should keep the organizational interest first and then his personal interest. Simultaneously, he should keep a check that no one is misusing their power against the organizational interest. I just take an example. A manager of a company is given a responsibility of buying office furniture. His relative happened to be a office furniture dealer. The manager purchased the furniture from his relative firm at a higher price than the other dealers. Now, see what he has done? Purchase the thing higher price than what the other dealers were providing. This will benefit personally the manager. See, manager relative is there, na? So he is going to get the benefit from his relative, but it will be a loss for the company. This situation is not at all desirable, right? So whatever the power is given to you, it should be in the favor of organization and not for the personal interest. See, as such, if a person keeps on working on personal interest, then what happen? In long run, the organization will get lost, and ultimately he will also have the losses. See, let's start with what will be the positive effect of it. Positive effect, if the general interest, the organizational interest is given the priority, then the achievement of goal will be on time, right? There will be better coordination between the individual and organizational goal. See, if suppose the organization has planned certain things in which the continuous presence of the employees is required. In that case, if all the employees are present throughout and they are being able to complete the task on time, what will happen? The organization goal is achieved, and because profit will be for the organization, in return there will be increase in the salary or increments or bonuses or promotions for the individual. So both are benefited. So they, because of this, the coordination is being created between individual and organizational goal. See, what's the negative effect of violation? That is when it has been not been followed. The achievement of goal is not there. See, what is the goal of an organization? That they get the resources at minimum cost. And when the manager is purchasing the things at a higher cost, this goal is not achieved, right? For his personal interest, he is sacrificing the organizational interest. Then the employee will suffer in a long run. See, the employee will not only suffer for one thing, he will suffer twice. Once, that is because the organization is not going to get profits, that organization is facing losses because of the personal interests of the employees. The organization will not be able to give the benefit of increments or promotions or bonuses, one thing. And secondly, when the managers or the seniors who come to know that the manager has done this type of cheating, then he will not be given the responsibility in future. So the employees will suffer in long run. So in an organization, subordination of individual interest for the general interest very important for the success of any organization.